Brother Chen, we need to talk about video game pricing.
Too high? Too low? Are we trying to push through another $6 alpaca reskin in Roller Death Derby?
The situation is approximately 30% more dire than that, Chen. I'm not talking about DLCs or microtransactions, or even the regular transactions that we're still calling microtransactions because that makes it easier to get people to spend $15 on novelty hats for imaginary video people. I'm talking about full video game pricing, the very financial bedrock of our industry.
Ah, I see. You mean the new-gen $70 premium pricing model.
That's only part of it, Chen. For decades now, new game pricing is held consistent. $60 for AAA, $30 to $40 for AA, and we didn't worry about indie pricing because nobody ever actually bought them until they dropped below $10 on a summer sale.
And now you're concerned that we're seeing prices rising?
If it was only that simple, brother. Yes, we are seeing some prices rising as select high-profile publishers like Electronic Arts and 2K finally pounce on that sweet $10 upcharge they've been circling for the last 15 years, but at the same time, Microsoft's Game Pass service is dramatically upending traditional pricing structures across the board.
I suppose there's something to that, brother, but Game Pass is essentially a rental service, is it not? There's no transfer of ownership, and Game Pass access doesn't change a given title's regular retail pricing.
No, Chen, but it does change its value. Let's be honest, with very few exceptions, most of the modern gaming experience occurs within the first couple weeks of access. That's plenty of time to learn the systems, fight the battles, rescue the kingdom, and ultimately grow bored enough with the whole thing to move on to Rhythm Orthodontist or Bassmaster Tactics or whatever.
Like sands through the hourglass.
And here's the thing, whether you get it as just another part of a $15 a month subscription service, or thugs from Electronic Arts shake you upside down until $70 drop out, it's the exact same experience. Of course that's going to have an effect on perceived value.
So you think Game Pass will ultimately be driving prices down?
No, what I think is that we're entering into an era of utter chaos, where people will have no solid way to gauge ahead of time what it's going to cost them to play a specific game regardless of its relative technology, prestige, or release date. Pre-orders will falter, useless premium cosmetics will spread like red algae blooms. The entire ecosystem is being thrown out of balance.
Well, maybe, brother, but you're talking about something that's really only likely to be an issue on the Microsoft side, are you not?
Oh, don't be so naive, Chan. Sony knows what the optics would be if they're still shaking down fourth graders for a $70 Crash Bandicoot, while Microsoft is more or less just giving the next Elder Scrolls away at the same time. Mark my words, we're going to see a PlayStation response to Game Pass sooner or later, and no matter what form it takes, we can be certain of this: it won't make things simpler.
So what do you recommend the gaming industry do, Brother Shu?
Why are you asking me? I didn't break it. I would have been fine trucking along on the old system. We were only 2 years away from making the $100 limited Born Every Minute editions a standard. There's just too much about the new system that we simply don't know yet. Will it ultimately be better for the consumers? Will it be worse for the developers? Turbulent change can turn out to be either good or bad, brother, but predictive financial models favor stability.
Like 8-year-old Nintendo games never getting a price drop.
You have to admire their purity. Like the video gamers? We have more such wonders to show you, and all you have to do is subscribe and hit the notifications button.
I mean, you don't have to.
Also consider becoming a patron by following the link to our Patreon page, where we turn your cash into videos, comics, and games using the darkest of dark magics.
But mostly just cash.